from class BAE 6C. Today, I want to present about what is the global warming. So, what is the global warming? As every scientific of the phenomena, the fundamental mechanism of global warming are as well understood. Okay, global warming is the long-term warming of planet overall temperature. Through this warming has been going on for a long time. Okay, its pace has significantly increased in the last 100 years due to the burning of fossil fuel. Okay, as the human population has increased, okay, so the volume of fossil fuel burn. Okay, fossil fuel include coal, oil, and natural gas, and burning them cause what is known as the greenhouse effect in the Earth atmosphere. Okay, the greenhouse effect is when the sun penetrates the atmosphere. Okay, when the heat is reflected off the surface. Okay, so the heat cannot escape back into the space. Gases produced by burning of fuel, okay, prevent the heat from leaving the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, water vapor, methane, and nitrous oxide. The excess heat in the atmosphere has caused the average global temperature to rise over time. Okay, otherwise it's known as the global warming. Global warming also is presented another issue, okay, that we call a climate change. Okay, climate change refer to the weather pattern and growing season around the world. Okay, it also refer to the sea level rise caused by the expansion of a warmer sea and the melting ice sheet and glacier. Okay, global warming causes climate change which is poses a serious threat to life on the earth, okay, in the form of spread, flooding and extreme weather. Okay, scientists continue to study global warming and its impact on earth.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atika binti Abdul Samad. Today I would like to present, and my group choose topic global warming, and my part is effects of the global warming. Okay, I have 4 points of impacts of global warming. The firstly is agricultural, forests, land and recreational areas, and also healthy. Okay, for the global warming agriculture, uh, actually is number ways, including through changes in average temperature, rainfalls, and climate extreme. Example like heat wave, change in pests and disease, change in atmosphere carbon dioxide, and ground levels ozone concentrations, and also change in the nutritional quality in some foods, and change in sea levels. And then agriculture contributes to climate change, both and of greenhouse gases, and by the conversion of non-agricultural lands such as forests into agricultural lands. Okay, a range of policies can reduce the risk of the negative climate change happen in Malaysia that impacts on agriculture. And greenhouse has emissions from the agriculture sectors. And then the secondly is a forest. Okay, the forest climate change will likely alter the frequencies and intensity of forest disturbances, including wildfires, storm, insect outbreaks, and the occurrence of invasive species. And then the productivities and distributions of forests could be affected by change in temperatures, precipitations, and the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. And then the thirdly is land. Okay, the effects of the climate change on tourism in any particular areas, however, depend on season on tourist activity. For example, shift in migratory bird population may affect recreational opportunities for bird watchers, wildlife, and hunter and anglers. Okay, outdoor recreations and tourism are sensitive to change in temperature, rainfalls, snowfalls, and storm events, and those sensitive to climate variabilities and change. Okay, the lastly is healthy. Okay, healthy actually indirectly through change in water, air, food quality and ecosystem, agriculture and economy. A direct impact could be due to heat stress or respiratory disease due to air pollution because of the global warming, and while indirect effect could includes increase food and waterborne disease resulting from change in rainfalls pattern. All right, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today I will present for EL issue, which is how global warming can happen. Okay. First of all, there is four main reasons, which is greenhouse effect, radiative forcing, human activities, climate, and greenhouse gases. Okay. Firstly, uh, greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is caused by atmosphere accumulate of gases, which is carbon dioxide and methane. Okay, it is associated with surface warming properties of natural construction of Earth's atmosphere, especially water vapor, carbon dioxide, and methane. Okay, secondly is radiative forcing, which is climate factor. Climate factor are caused by human activities such as greenhouse and aerosol emission. After that, it has positive forcing and negative forcing. For positive forcing, it is exercised by climate factor, and for negative forcing, it exercised by the cool by Earth. Okay. For thirdly is human activity climate. It is by changing the radiative balance governing the Earth. And another one is by changing the concentration of aerosol and ozone. The last one is greenhouse gases. It become warm because increase the net downward long wave radiation. Okay, for greenhouse gases, it has three, which is water vapor, carbon dioxide, and methane. Water vapor is a primary role of water vapor. For carbon dioxide, it is include chemical and biological process. For methane is tropical and northern wetlands. One of example of methane is volcanoes. Okay, that's all from me for how global warming can happen. So I pass to the next presenter to explain more about global warming.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurfatil Akila binti Ismail. My part is to explain about how to stop global warming. Firstly, what we can do to stop global warming is power our home with renewable energy, which is we can choose the company that offer energy from solar or wind. Okay, if we can see in the utilities bill, we can look at many sources energy now that support from the solar sources. So our monthly statement can reduce, so that's way we can stop global warming. Okay, next what we can do to stop global warming is reduce water. This is because saving water can reduce carbon pollution too, which is it take a lot of energy or heat, pump and tree. So which is what we can do to reduce our reduce water uses of water, which is we can take a shorter shower or take off net when we brush our teeth. Okay, we know that with this way we also can reduce our utilities bill, which is water bill of our bill. So we also can reduce carbon pollution. Okay, next step what we can do is plant trees reforestation. Okay, because plant trees is the most effective way to stop global warming. Okay, this because we know that trees is absorb carbon dioxide. So by planting more trees in our house or surrounding, it can help to reduce carbon in atmosphere. So it is important for everyone to plant a trees in their house. Next step, what we can do to reduce global warming. As we know, there are many ways to stop global warming. Okay, this is a very easy way also, which is we can use a reusable product instead of disposable product, which is we can use a reusable water bottle. Okay, for example, how we can do we can reduce waste, which is we can buy a product with a minimal size. That we also can do a recycle program at our school, at our work, or our community, which is so important to do a recycle program, which is it also can give awareness to people to reduce disposable product and use a reusable product. The next way what we can do to stop global warming is drive safe and drive less, which is less of drive, especially when we are going to work. Okay, besides that, less driving also can save gasoline. Okay, which is when we walking or using bicycle, good for exercise. Besides that, we also can do which is a share car with our friend to go to the work, or we also can use public transport, which is when we use public transport there's no many car in the road, so it also can reduce gasoline. Okay, and after that, we know during the COVID-19 our earth is more better than before. If we can see our global warming can reduce, and after that our river is also more clean, no rubbish in the river, because we know when human is not use the environment will become more better.
Norma baharu dalam kehidupan masyarakat, COVID-19 turut memberi nafas baru kepada alam sekitar. Tinjauan saya di beberapa sungai di sekitar Selangor dan Ibu Negara mendapati air sungai yang dahulu keruh kini menjadi jernih. Lokasi tinjauan pertama kami di Sungai Gombak di Sentul. Lihat sahaja perbezaan visual air sungai ini sebelum dan ketika Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan PKP dilaksanakan. Kejernihannya membolehkan ikan dapat dilihat dengan jelas. Kebakaran di kompartmen 21 Hutan Simpan Kuala Langat Selatan sejak Jumaat lalu membawa sedikit kabar duka. Ia dipercayai berpunca daripada perbuatan tidak bertanggungjawab petani haram di kawasan hutan simpan terbabit yang melakukan pembakaran terbuka untuk membuka tanah pertanian. Fenomena sungai dan udara lebih bersih turut berlaku di seluruh dunia, termasuk China, Perancis, Itali dan Amerika Syarikat. Malah terusan Venice di Itali juga kelihatan jernih akibat terbantunya aktiviti beributan perintah berkurung.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Yuni Binti Ibrahim, and my fellow classmates. Today, my group and I would like to present about global warming in Malaysia. And I would like to present about recommendation in global warming. Okay, so a comprehensive, integrated scientific drilling program in lakes, lake-bed outcrops and ocean basins surrounding the region where harmony is involved. Drill core containing the continuous, fine structure of the environmental record are needed to address questions about the changes in the Earth's system at sufficiently high resolution to describe short-duration events and processes. Each component of such a program, including trap mountain, terrestrial drilling, barge mountain, lake drilling, and ocean drilling, would provide complementary elements that could be integrated to describe the paleoclimate, paleohydrology, and paleovegetation history of specific regions. A major investment in climate modeling experiments for the key time interval and regions that are critical for understanding human evolution, to describe the regional climate pattern and the fundamental climate forcing mechanism, and to model at a more local scale in the interaction between climate, ecosystem, and specific population dynamic. Simulation at high spatial resolution will be required to resolve the relative fine-scale detail of climate, vegetation, and hydrology that can be found in environmental record in regions of complex local topography such as East African Rift System. In addition, there are a number of components that will be required to complement the core research effort. System analysis of existing fossil sites and collection with application of new imaging and dating technology to better describe the nature and timing of species changes and adaptive transition in the hominin lineage. Selected investigation of ecosystem dynamics through the collection of modern climate and calibration data to more accurate quantify relationship between the environment and the proxy record of the remain preserved in the sediment and fossils. An important contribution to understand evolutionary and environmental dynamics is analysis of flora and fauna associated geographically and temporally with hominin fossils. An increased focus on adaptation in the fauna and flora assemblage associated with hominin by contrast, thus that are not associated with hominins will provide invaluable resources for understanding the interaction between hominin evolution and past climate. Development of the informatics and data achieving tools needed to provide permanent storage for the wide array information collected by activity lists and to facilitate the continued access to this information. An important corollary requirement will be speedy, impartial community access to sample and draft data with the oldest disponible area by initiative the hominin fossils and their associated flora and fauna, as well as the ocean, lake, and terrestrial drilling samples and data. So that's all for me. I hope you guys can learn something from me. Thank you for lending me your ears. Thank you.
The conclusion is global warming constitutes greatest threat yet faced by the human society. It's not too late to act swiftly to save the planet and the species that call it home. Slashing is our carbon dioxide emission is absolutely essential for fighting climate change in the long term. Solution must be enacted individually, locally, nationally, and internationally if we want to curb the emission that cause global warming in order to save millions of species. So that's all from us. Thank you.